What's up, gang? Case here with our Metcon for our in-gym program for Monday, October 19th. 2 5-minute AMRAPs today. First one, 20 calorie row for men, 15 for women, into 10 press-through sit-ups and 10 push-ups. Second AMRAP, we're going to switch up the movements a bit. I'll get into that in a moment. On your rowing today, I'll put another link for rowing tips since I don't have a rower here in my garage. So we'll go ahead and move into our press-through sit-ups. New movement for a lot of you, or a movement that most of you haven't done in a long time. Ideally, knees are going to be bent. 20 and 14 prescribed weight using a med ball today. As we sit up, our object starts right over top of our sternum, and then as we sit up, we're going to press this object straight towards the ceiling, press our chest through, and try to reach as high as we can at the top. Object comes right back down over the sternum, head touches the ground in the bottom, that's your end point. Don't let those elbows bend. You don't want to use any momentum. Try not to swing that ball or let that ball come forward. We want that ball pressing straight or as straight as we can towards the ceiling as we sit up. If you feel like your heels want to come off the ground on that up motion, let's go for straight leg. That's going to give you a little bit longer anchor point and make that motion just a bit easier. From there, we got our push-ups today. As always, keep a good plank and use full range of motion. Feet together, outward twist pressure on those pinkies. That externally rotates the shoulder, gets it down into a good position. Not letting the neck sag or looking forward, reaching long with the back of the neck. Chest and belly touch the ground, quads stay off the ground, and then get all the way back to full extension at the top. If you feel yourself snaking up, go ahead and elevate so that you can keep that good plank. During our 2-minute rest, breathe in through the nose, out through the straw, try to bring that heart rate back down as much as you can. And then in our second 5 minutes, it's another 20/15 calorie row. This time followed by a little bit higher rep movements, 15 sit-ups since we're losing the weight. On those sit-ups, bent knee, butterfly, or straight leg, whichever you prefer. Breathe in as you come back. Breathe out on the way up. Throw your elbows towards your hips because that's going to help your spine roll up more naturally. If you throw those hands way out in front, we tend to keep this big, long lever point. Moving on to push-ups. Med ball push-ups, 15 reps. Going a little bit higher rep here because we're elevating up to the med ball. Also changing up that pressing position just a bit. On these, hands are about halfway down the side. You don't want them straight on the side or straight on top. Fingertips out at a 45. Once you get up in your toes, I want you to think about getting long with that spine. People have a big problem with piking up or letting hips sag on these. Get long with your spine, then from there, elbows tight. You're going to touch that ball right about the sternum and then come back to full extension each time. Good for shoulder stability because that ball wants to move around a bit. Also, that's just going to prioritize the tricep a bit more. 2 scores today, rounds and reps for your first AMRAP, and then rounds and reps for your second AMRAP. Good luck on today's Metcon, and then we'll see you back for some longer conditioning work with multiple Tabatas and some new movements that you haven't done in a while for our conditioning work.